All right, Danny, you concerned about the 40-year-old Tommy Brady heading into the playoffs?
Not one bit. I mean, the Brady-Belichick combination is the best bet in all of sports to get to a championship. Now, I don't know if they're going to be able to win it this year. I think they will. But to have any concern, by the way, in those last 5 games, 6 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, they're still 4-1. And they had the loss against Miami, which kind of most teams have those. I think the thing that's alarming about it is the fact that it was the Patriots, and it's so not what you're used to seeing with the Patriots. And Brady did look rough in that game where he was pressured. That's the thing that has always been his rough spot, has been anyone's. If you can pressure him, if you can harass him the way that the Dolphins did in that Monday night game, he's going to look 40. But I feel like protection will dial in. I feel like one of the most important things are obviously the home field, but also the bye week, a chance for him to kind of take that breather, to get healthy. And, I mean, he had the 4-game suspension last year, which really helped his season. But the bye week, again, to get that body rejuvenated, to get back, and then the home field. And the addition of James Harrison, I think, was the evil genius of Bill Belichick in full motion. I think that it might not even be sack totals, sack production. It'll be, I'd love to hear the download session that took place between James Harrison and Bill Belichick and Matt Patricia and even the offensive coaches coming over saying, what can we glean from James Harrison to help us, give us just a little bit of an edge? If it's snap count, if it's the check color, whatever they're using for audibles, whatever little piece of information that is in a game that comes down to inches, and we saw how close the game was in Pittsburgh just a few weeks ago, that edge is something that Bill Belichick always looks for, and I think he's going to have something in James Harrison.
Well, I do think Tom is getting older, and I think if you look at, I did a breakdown about a month ago, if you look at Brady's 13th, any game after Week 12 in the last 5 years, he's not quite the same.
Well, it kind of gets cold in Foxborough, just to let you know that. You live in L.A. now, okay? So I'm giving you a little tidbit. Okay, Foxborough in December, it gets a little chilly. In January, it's worse. Okay, so, I mean, but there is that thing called the weather factor in these games.
I do, and I understand he wears kale pajamas.
Yes.
I get all that.
Yes, get it.
And a wetsuit if it's
hot. And to your point, he's got buys in home field. I will say this. The genius of New England is they're not a great football team. They're a great business. And like any great business, they're not beholden to one employee. I mean, he got hurt. Brissett won a game. Garoppolo won games. Matt Castle won 11 games. I think they are uniquely built in this sport as a business to withstand an aging quarterback. They don't ask Tommy to do the zone read. They don't ask Tommy to carry them. To your point, when he hasn't played well, they've got a stable of very competent running backs right now. They can all catch, they can block. So I don't see, in a weaker AFC, Tom being an issue. I do think it's the least talented defense he's had, I think, maybe ever.
Yeah, they're a mediocre front seven. They play hard. They're bend but don't break. Bringing in Harrison, even at 39 years old, he's one of the best. He's one of the better guys, because they don't have a lot. They don't have a lot of frontline guys. Look at the one guy they had who was Studley that they didn't trade away was Dante Hightower. Okay, and he got hurt early in the year. Okay, they were getting pass rush out of him, but they traded away the other guys they had that were pass rushers for whatever issues they were, and left them a little void in that position in the front seven. Their secondary is a little bit stronger, but with that being the case, I mean, they're vulnerable to anyone who's got some offensive fire.
They are.
Yeah, they're definitely vulnerable.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I still like him in the AFC.
Tom is fine. You said the kale pajamas, the sleep underwear, the macro diet, the massages, the chakra cleansing, everything that he does, the mentality of Tom Brady at this time of year. It's like I don't even understand why this question's here because. Have we not learned? Why do we keep questioning this guy? I will not doubt Tom Brady until he decides to retire because he has shown and proved it year in and year out. Look at his record again. They get a first-round bye again. He's going to have a week off now. He's going to, like I said, he's going to be smoothing it up and sleeping at 12 hours a night, and he's going to be fine. And he's going to go in there with that relentless attitude, that Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, killer mentality, Jerry Rice, of focus and tenacity and getting in the zone, and he's going to have another outstanding playoffs. That's all there is to it. And why would you not think that? I don't understand the question.
There's a race. Like so many people want to be right as the person that says, there it is. That's when Tom Brady went over the hill.
And somebody will be right eventually. See, I told you.
Remember after week 1, after the Chiefs game, when they got blown out at home and he struggled in that game, everybody was willing to write them off. Oh, here it is. Here's the 40-year-old season. And what'd he do? He pretty much put the team on his back when the defense was atrocious early in the season and put them right back where they need to be.
Kobe Bryant scored 60 points in his last game, proving that, they can still bring it. The legends can still bring it. I mean, Drew Bledsoe's a friend of mine. He's like, I can still make all the throws. I don't want to go through practice. Tommy needs a bye. Tommy needs a little rest. Tommy would be better over 40 degrees than under it. But, man, when you're great, it's not a matter of you can't do it. You can't do it all the time. But Kobe scored 60 his last night. 99% of NBA players will never score 40. So I think Tommy's fine when you consider he could have 2 byes before a Super Bowl, and they'll never leave Foxborough.
It wouldn't hurt having a little Julian Edelman either.
Take a little
A rough day is not getting me off Tom Brady.